What is up, everyone? This is Ramei from Ramei Enigma. I've got a video here of me dueling on Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's World Championship for 2011 over the Nexus. I recorded a duel the other day, what I was doing, so I thought I'd show you guys it. It's me using my Infernities, which I am really a big fan of, against Malcolm and his X-Sabers. You'll have to forgive me about the quality. I'm using my iPod. So he's just started off by summoning one of his weak monsters without any back row protection. So I just set Necromancer as well as Depth Amulet, which is a potent trap that negates attacks by discarding cards, which is what this deck is all about. For those who don't know, the Infinity archetype is all about keeping an empty hand. So you could say it's a bit like Dark World, which relies on hand power, but this is the exact opposite, which relies on having no hand power at all. So he summoned another one, but despite the fact my monster would have deflected the attacks, I obviously discarded so I could put my monsters in the grave. And this is pretty much where I go off, since I'm now able to start swarming from the grave using Necromancer, who, when I've got no cards in my hand, summons an Infinity from my graveyard, which I obviously chose Archfiend to search out a Mirage. Now, a brilliant tech in Infernities is Stygian Street Patrol. As you can see, when it's banished from a grave, you can special summon a Fiend monster with 2000 or less attack from your hand. So I went ahead and exploited that, and right now I'm going to start off by getting out 3 Synchro monsters in one turn. Starting off with the 100 Eyes Dragon. And now I think I'm going to set up for the Infinity Doom Dragon using Infinity Archfiend to search out Launcher, getting ready for the next summon. And it's a pretty powerful loop using Necromancer, Archfiend and Avenger. You can make pretty much any level 8 you want almost instantaneously. So I went ahead and made Infinity Doom Dragon, which lets me destroy a monster on the field and deal damage equal to the monster's attack to my opponent, which is a really good card in most situations. And obviously I set myself up again for the loop while setting up my face down field, so I was able to still protect my monsters if they try to counter attack. So I go ahead and summon out Stardust Dragon here, which is a really good choice at the time, based on the fact that at the time I had forgotten to run Void Ogre Dragon, which is a really good card for this deck, but I had forgotten to actually put it in. In fact, I don't even know if I had it then. But yeah, Stardust was a good choice at the time. Then I exploited 100 Eyes effects to summon out Archfiend again and get another search. Most of what cards I use were really good choices in my opinion. So I just go ahead and blow up his monster to deal him an easy 900 damage based on half his monster's attack. And yeah, I just start going off all over him. As you can see, I just start inflicting loads of damage. And he tries to scapegoat me, which I found really irritating and, well, sacky, because it basically put me off from defeating him for a few turns, so I couldn't really do much for that. But anyways, I just breezed through the tokens slowly, using Archfiend and 100 Eyes Dragon. But after I think there was much he could have done. He did end up synchro summoning, as you'll see, using Air Bellum and the last 2 tokens, which I'm not going to say was the smartest thing to do. He should have just kept playing defensively. But X-Sabers are all about attack, and that's what he tried to pull off by summoning X-Saber Wayne. And yeah, he tried to attack Archfiend, in which I easily deflected and brought back one of my Avengers, which pretty much made it game there, because he had one face down, whereas I could just breeze through. Despite if it was Mirror Force, I had Stardust Dragon. Drew that card at the wrong time, not really necessary, but the problem with this deck is that I kept on getting so much back row on the field, it's impossible to keep him empty hand nearly. But yeah, this is pretty much where I achieved game, using my field after I synchro summoned for Alive Just a Catasta, which is a really good card in this game. But yeah, if you leave a comment below about what decks you want to see me play on this game, I'll make a deck of it and I'll record a duel of me using it to its full extent. So thanks a lot for that, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you again soon. This is Ramei signing out.